Hey guys, let's go ahead and finish up Mr. Skeleton here. So I'm gonna open up my files, and it looks like the last file opened up was Skeleton 4. Could be wrong though. Let's track that down. Actually might be the case. Not sure what happened. Yep, that's it. So where's my back button? Back. Can't do that. So let's just open that up, and then I'm gonna save this to a place where I know it, because apparently I did not save that. Save that as skeleton. Actually, we'll do skeleton 4. Okay. So the last time we got this guy completely skinned, which is awesome. I'm sure we're gonna find errors, but let's go ahead and create some controls. So the first control we're going to create is we're just going to do a simple character rig here, and we're going to start off with a circle. So I'm gonna click the circle, and let's scale that up. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn this off. Let's turn off polygons, and let's just get a small victory here. That's what I've been trying to do all day. Get some small victories. So I'm going to hold V and V snap that to the hip. Scale that up. Bring back polygons. And don't want to make it too big, but definitely big enough. Okay, cool. So that fits. R for scale. Let's bring back polygons. Okay. So we're going to duplicate this, Control D. Actually, you know what? Let's not duplicate this. I'm going to show you something cool. I'm going to create a box. Oh, okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this box over here. And then I'm going to take this control vertex, tap R, and I want to scale this from an edge here. So I'm going to tap, let me find my insert key on my keyboard, which is, okay, right there. And let's try that again. Insert, and I'm gonna move the pivot point. Actually, let's hold V. Let's snap the pivot point to the end. Then I'll hit R, and when I scale, it scales from there. And what I'm going to do is scale this 4 times the amount. So 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes here. Okay. Creates a little kind of a dipper or a handle. What I'm going to do is select this, and I'm going to go to, let's see, curves, attach, and I'm not going to blend, and I'm not going to keep originals. And then it creates like a dipper, and I'm just going to duplicate this, Control D, pull that over, and select the old one, delete, and delete. So now I got this dipper handle here, right? Now I'm going to move the pivot point to the end here, so I'm going to tap Insert again, hold V, move that to the end, and then tap Insert again. So now we have a dipper handle. And what we're going to do is R for scale. We're going to scale this up. And I saw a rigger do this one time. It's pretty cool. And I'm going to V-snap this to here. And let's rotate this around 180. And we're going to, let's flip this 90. And let's bring back our polygons here. And basically, what we want to do is make this a little handle for the spine controls. A little handle for the spine controls. And that looks pretty cool. So let's bring back our joints. I'm sorry, not joints, polygons. And let's go ahead and duplicate this again. Control D, hold V, and V snap it there. And then we'll do one for the head as well. So let's Control D, V snap that there. Let's bring back the head and take a look. That's going to need to be, those are fine. I can see those. This one, so let's bring back the, not joints, but polygons. I'm going to grab the control vertex here. Tap W to move, and I'll bring back polygons. And what I'll do is I'll just move this out. And now we can see that head controller there. Okay. So we got some spine controls. We got some other controls. Now, what would be really great is if we could get a jaw controller that we could see. So let's hide polygons again. And let's duplicate this, V-snap it to here, and what we're going to do is just rotate this up and out, hide our polygons again, and that will be the jaw control, which is fine. It's actually angled for the jaw, which is kind of cool. Makes sort of sense. And yeah, got it. Okay. All right, so let's turn off polygons here. Let's take a look. All right, we got some spine controls. We got a jaw control. Now we need some arm controls. Let me bring back my polygons here and figure out what I want to do. Okay. So let's go ahead and duplicate this circle, V-snap it to here, and I'm going to rotate this 90 degrees, bring back my polygons, and the wireframe on shaded here is very hard to see stuff, so what we need to do, this is going to be our clavicle control, so let's scale this down. Just for grins here, let's just test this. That actually looks pretty cool. That's good enough. Alright, so now let's turn off polygons again. And we're going to duplicate this one. Scale this down. Looks good. And I'm going to Control D, hide polygons again, V-snapping these all. And let's duplicate again, V-snapping these all. So now polygons here. And that's fine. And I'll just leave that one the same size. All right. And we're not going to do any finger controls because his hand is just going to stay in that position. This is like a mobile model, so I'm not freaking out about it. All right, so now let's duplicate these, and we're just going to move these on over. This one goes there, this one goes there, and wait a minute, I am crazy. This, so here's a little trick on this one. Why does that have a key on it? That's odd. Must have accidentally created a key on that. Okay. I know that these are mirrored, so what I'm going to do is I'll bring up my hypergraph hierarchy. So Windows General Editor's hypergraph hierarchy. Tap F to find that. And what I'm going to do is, for all intensive purposes, I'm just going to change this to 55. And then I'm going to grab this, Control G, find it. So now this is under a group, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate that group, Control D, select the duplicate group, come into X, and go -1, enter. And that's done is flipped it over onto the other side. And this, and then I will, don't need these under groups anymore, so Shift P, I can delete the groups. And I can grab this guy, and that should be perfectly, if I hold V, and it is perfectly in there. Alright, so then let's grab these, and V snap to there, V snap to there, and V snap to there. And now we have arms. Alright, so now let's go ahead and create some controls for the Control D on that. Controls for the sash, and let's bring back our sash, scale that down, that'll be fine, and Control D, Control D. Let's bring back our polygon. Those are actually fine as is. I guess what you could do is select these and just to make sure they're out of the way, just do like this sort of thing. Which is fine. And then, oh, did I get rid of the, I did. Got rid of the hula hoop on the, and you know what actually I'm going to do? I'm just going to duplicate one of these guys. And I'm going to move this down to the hip. Let's bring back our polygon. And that's fine as is. Totally can grab that. And for this, I'm going to V-snap this to the ankle. Scale that to ankle. And let's duplicate that. Control D, W for move, and V-snap that to this ankle. And let's make sure that that can be seen. Cool. Now that is all of the controls we will need. Crazy, right? Actually, that's not true. I lied. Let's create some knee controls here. So I'm going to go to rigging, create a sprocket here. V-snap that to the knee, Control D, V-snap that to the knee, and I'm going to grab these and I'm going to pull them out. And these will be our knee controllers. I'm going to shrink them down just a little bit, like that. All right. So one thing we want to do, since we're putting IK on these legs, I'm going to shift select these legs, and I'm going to go to rigging, and I'm going to go to skeleton, set preferred angle. And what that's going to do is set these at the angle that they're going to be their base angle here. Because when I attach IKs to them, they're going to trip out. Okay, so with that being said, let's just double check to make sure, which we do, okay. And I'm going to save this scene, save scene as. skeleton 5. I'm going to select all these objects, and I'm going to go Edit, Delete by Type, History. Then I'm going to go Modify, Freeze Transformations, but I'm going to uncheck the ones that I've rotated, because Rotate is on here, and I'm going to Apply. Then I'm going to select the ones I've rotated, uncheck Rotate, and hit Apply. And then I'm going to leave Scale off. And then what I'm going to do is, none of these will need to scale, so I'm going to select the Scale attributes, right-click, Lock and Hide selected, so users can't scale those. And these don't need to be rotated, so I'm going to lock and hide the rotates on the knees. These will not be moved, only rotated. And I'm just thinking. Right, so everything except for the feet will not be needed to move. So I'm going to lock and hide the translates. So these will be able to move and rotate. Everything else is just rotate. Yeah, and these were move only. Really cool. So we'll lock those. Alright, so let's bring back our joints, and we'll go ahead and get these attached. So let's start off history delete. We're ready to go. Okay. So I'm coming here, shift select the control for the jaw and the bone, shift select that bone, and we're going to go to constrain, and we're just going to reset the constrain parent in here, apply. So now when I select this controller and rotate it, it rotates the jaw. So let's turn off polygons now. So now we're going to do that going down the chain. So tap T to make that go away. Shift select the head, apply. Shift select the spine, apply. Apply. And I didn't create one for the base, but we'll need to do that. Now let's do the same thing for the shoulders. Clavicle control here, hold shift, select that, apply, 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 and apply. Apply, 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 and apply. Cool. So now these, well, oh, right. These need to be parented to each other. So select this one, tap T. Select this one, P. Whoa! I knew that was going to happen. So let's do... don't know why that does that. That is something that never happened in the past. But let's go ahead and Windows, General Editors, Hypergraph Hierarchy. We're going to come over here. Let's find this one. We're going to group that one. Right? And then let's find this one. Alright, so we're going to select the group, then shift select this one, then hit P. So this should rotate the group, which rotates the controller. So now I'll find this one, group it. I did that, do that. Damn it. Let's find this again. Okay, let's select this group. Okay, one of the problems with when you group stuff, it puts the pivot point at 0, 0, 0. So I'm going to go to modify, pop this out, and we're going to do a center pivot. So then we can select the group, tap T, shift select this P. And then I will grab this one, Control G, center pivot. Let's find it, tap F to find it there. tap T, and we'll select the group, then shift select this, then P. Same process. I'm going to, as you can see, they're stacking, the arm is stacking here. So I'm going to group this one, F to find it, and center the pivot. Center the pivot. That's not where that's supposed to go. You can always hit insert and V-snap that. Hit insert again. Now let's check this one. Yeah, that's not where that's supposed to go. Insert, V-snap that. Insert again. Check that one. That one's correct. All right, so we got this one. Shift select this one, P. And now this one, group that, F, center pivot, that is off, tap insert, hold V, and that can snap to the clavicle joint, insert again, and this will rotate attached to this and P. So let's take a look here. So when I rotate this, it should rotate the whole arm. Now we need to repeat the process for this arm. I know I flew through that. Basically, in a nutshell, we are grouping all 4 of these. So Control G, Control G. Let's make sure we're doing that right. All right, so this is going to be Control G, Control G, Control G, Control G. So now let's find these. There they all are grouped. And I'm going to select this one, center pivot. Now did that do what I wanted it to? It did. Select this one, center pivot, select this one, center pivot, and select this one, center pivot. And then, so this one goes under this one. So if I rotate this, it rotates that. I middle mouse dragged that under there, by the way. And now this one goes under this one. Rotate this, it rotates that one. And then this one will go under this one. So when I rotate this, that rotates that. When I rotate that, okay, so we're going to grab the mirror circles here to test them. Yes, 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 okay. So now this group will get parented, tap T to this P. And now that rotates exactly what we need. And actually, these guys need to also follow that as well. So let's follow these guys. Not sure what's going on there. That is bizarre. To my knowledge, I haven't done. Oh, that's weird. How are these already parented and stuff? Am I crazy? What is this? Okay. That, I guess I did these. Nerb square 1. Okay, let's. I guess those are in the right place. So when I select this, that is nerve square 6. So that is actually wrong. I'm going to shift I'm going to get these guys, Shift P these guys. What the? Why did that shift? NURBS square 6 is right there. Have I attached this yet? I have attached this. Bizarre. Okay. Well, this is supposed to be grouped and center pivot. This course is not centered, so insert, and we're going to V-snap that to the joint, insert again, and now this needs to go under there. And then we need to repeat that process. So this one is right here, and I believe has a group. Don't know what this group is, but this one, I don't know what this group is or where that came from. So I'm going to Shift P. I'm actually going to, that's a group. I'm just going to keep the group, and I'm going to center pivot on this, and we'll actually V-snap that to where it needs to go. But this needs to go under this, which is this is controlled by this. So yeah, this actually needs to okay, so what we need to do, I have no idea how this got like this, but all right, when I grab this, that is right. I almost feel like this needs to come out from there. So let's get that out of there. And that needs to this needs a group, and let's center it. And let's V-snap that to here, insert, and now this one, so this needs to come under here. So when I select this, it drives this, and I select this, it drives that. And now these two things need to be driven I don't know how this thing continues to become a factor. My mind is blown here, but I'll figure it out. So let's group this one, center pivot, and we're going to V-snap that, insert again, And this one, the group is selected. So we'll shift select this and P. So that will drive that. Now we'll find this one, Control G, center pivot, insert, V snap that to the jaw, insert again to set, and we have the group selected. We will shift select this one and P. So now I have this massive chain, and it all is under this bizarre group that I don't know where it keeps coming from, but apparently it keeps coming, but it doesn't matter because this does what I want it to do. It rotates everything I need it to rotate. And then so does this, and so does this, and so does this, and so does that. Cool. Now we haven't attached these yet, so let's do that. And what we're going to do is tap T, select this, constrain parent, select this, constrain parent, select this, and constrain parent. And now let's go ahead and bring back up our general editor's hypergraph hierarchy. Let's find these three guys. And we're going to group, group, group. Control G for all those. So select these F. Here they are. And we're going to center pivot. Did that do what I want? Yeah. Select this, center pivot. Select this, center pivot. And now we will. Cool. We're going to middle mouse drag this under here, middle mouse drag this under here. That rotates that. I'm sorry. Nerve circle rotates that, nerve circle rotates that, and nerve circle rotates that. Yes. Cool. All right, we are quick. Oh yeah, and then if I select this and tap up, I have the group selected, and I can shift select the hip and tap hip control and tap P. So now the hip control controls the sash as well. All right, let's go ahead and save this. File save scene as 6 save. Now let's do the legs. Legs are going to be easy. We'll double click the IK tool here. Make sure it's on rotate plane solver. And we're going to create a click there, then click there, and we have a IK tool. Then we're going to click that tool, click there, then click there. And now we have an IK tool. And all we're going to do with these IK tools is group, control group them, tap insert and V snap those to there, type insert again to set. And this one, control group, tap insert, V snap this to the ankle, type insert again to set. Then I'm going to select this, tap up for the group, shift up arrow, shift select that controller, constrain parent. Select the IK, tap up for the group, see it selects the group, shift select the controller, constrain parent. So now, oh yeah, and last step here. So now these were supposed to drive the IK. That didn't do what I wanted it to do. That's bizarre. Let's find out why. General editor's hypergraph hierarchy. Okay, this IK is grouped. That, huh, did I do that wrong? Nerve circle parent constraints, let's delete those. Let's find the groups here. Okay, so here's this group. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to shift select this group, then shift select the controller, and let's try that again. Constrain parent. is bizarre. I swear, it's always something. Okay. Why is that being totally weird? These are being totally freaking weird. Okay, don't know what's going on with these, but when in doubt, go ahead and delete them. Forget you guys. Let's go to rigging, actually modeling, and curves. Create another one. V-snap that to the ankle, Control D, V-snap that to the ankle. Bring back my polygons. And we'll scale this up a little bit. And for these, we're going to go ahead and edit, delete by type history, modify, freeze transformations, and rotate scale is fine. And then we can, these are going to move and rotate, so we can right click, lock and hide selected. Find these in here. Okay, so then now let's find those IKs again. So we're going to select the group that's controlling the IK, shift select this controller, go to rigging, constrain parent. This should move that friggin' IK. Why? Okay, so you know what? I got a better idea. Let's parent them. So select the group, shift select that controller, P. And now when I select this controller and move it, yay, that's what I want to do. Okay. So let's select this group, shift select the controller, and tap P. So now this will move that. Okay, I'm seeing a problem here. The foot's going crazy. No problem, I can totally fix that. Let's go ahead and create an IK from here to here. And let's find it, tap F to find it. Let's group that. And tap Insert, V-snap it to the toe. V-snap it again. And this group will be parented to the this guy. So when I rotate that, it's going to rotate the toe. All right, same deal over here. Create another IK from the ankle to the toe. We're going to group it, then tap Insert. Oops. Tap Insert, V-snap that to the toe. Insert again, and with the group, tap T with the group selected. Parent it to that controller. So now when this rotates, it rotates toe. Last but not least, we need to do knee controls. So these will just move. What the heck? That's so bizarre. Let's do... I don't know why that's doing that weird little thing. At this point, I don't care. So let's select the IK, shift select the knee control, constrain, pull vector. Okay, actually control, shift select the IK, constrain, pull vector. See how that points? And so when I do this, knee points. Then I select control, shift select the IK, constrain, pull vector. So I move these two around, knees point. Now last step is these need to be parented to, actually we'll group them. So control G, tap insert, V snap these to the groups to the IK, tap insert again with the group selected, shift select the controller, tap P. So now when I move this, that moves, and then I can grab this and move that around. All right. Second thing, Control G, group that the locator here. V snap that pivot point, and then hit insert again. The group is selected. Shift select the ankle control and parent. So now the ankle controls move the knees, and the knees move the knees. Right. And I think we're actually pretty... okay. That actually needs to be... I need move on that one. So let's go to Windows. Okay, let's go to Windows, attributes, modify. I have completely forgotten once you unhide something, or once you hide something, how to find it. So edit, let's look for attribute editor, I guess. General editors, attribute spreadsheet. Okay, this is going to be a Google time here. So Maya, unhide hidden attribute, show attributes. Right click on your channel box and go down to editors, channel control. That's right, got it. Select this, right click on here, and we're looking for channel control. I guess let's go to channels, channel. Oh man. Channel control. There we go. Okay. So we are looking for locked, translates, shift select those, move those to not locked, and then keyable. We want to find translate XYZ and move that back to keyable. Close that. So now we can move this around. As you can see, we can finally, for the first time, stand our guy up, which is cool. Yes, we can stand our guy up. How cool is that? And now we can move these around too. I'm just going to keep him put. These should do their thing. Now you can come in here and you can lock certain axes. So this is only going to bend this way, which is going to be rotate Y. So I can come in here, shift select these, control lock and hide selected. So when I select an elbow and I rotate it, it only rotates that way. All this other stuff is doing its thing. Alright. Jaw's doing its thing. Alright, so let's go ahead and save scene as. And now let's go get this guy ready for animation. So we're going to create some new layers here. Create new layer, create new layer, create new layer. So layer 1 will be mesh. Layer 2 will be hidden. And layer 3 will be controls. And controls, we're going to go ahead and just make green. And then I'm going to go ahead and create another one. And we'll call this controls 2. And we'll make that one red. Alright, so let's go show, none, show. We want to do NURBS curves, and we want to do locators. Alright, so let's do circles as actually, let's do the arms under there, so they're green. And let's do, we can do spine. Oh man, we're gonna have to, if I select this and put this under green, all of them will turn green. Yep. And then I have to come back in here and select these individually. And then move that to there, so those are red. And that's fine. Let's just do that. Show all. And I'm gonna select my meshes here. Shift select my meshes. Add those in mesh. And then I'm gonna drag a box. Those will select the IKs. Add those in there and turn off visibility. Drag a box again, that selects skeleton, add that in there, and it hides the visibility. And then on my mesh, I'm gonna tap R there for reference. So the only thing I can select is controls. As you can see, there's some Z fighting going on here. And I believe we can turn that off with going to shading, backface culling, and we hit 6. And so now we have Mr. Man. And tell you what we could do. Actually, that's looking pretty good. I'm having no problems with this. As is. This guy's ready to be animated. And that's cool. I haven't done any human rigs in a while, so that's fun. And then this guy, of course, can just move all around. He's ready to rock and roll, man. So we'll undo that, and let's do redo select. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and save this, Control S, and this guy's done. We have a rigged Mr. Skeleton. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.